What better way to celebrate our new Welsh Hillclimb and Sprint champion, Andy Layton, than have a good hearty Welsh breakfast? Probably the best breakfast in Wales, before we talk about his year, his achievements, hill climbing and sprinting in general.
So, Andy Layton,
Yeah,
new 2024 Welsh champion. How does that feel, mate?
yeah, pretty good, pretty surreal.
I bet it does.
Yeah,
So,
unexpected.
unexpected, but
Massively.
well deserved, mate.
Thank you.
So, we've started off in the best way this morning. We've had our breakfast. What we really want to know is, who's Andy Layton? And what I mean by that is, what got you into motorsport? Have you been competing for years? Were you racing? Were you rallying?
No, I've never competed. Always enjoyed motorsport from a young age. Just watching Formula One and stuff with Dad and that when I was a kid. I did navigate a night rally once or twice with my uncle when I was 18. But apart from that, this is my first full season. I did a few events in 2023, get a bit of a taste of it. Well and truly got the bug, and yeah, thought I'd have a damn good go at it in 2024, and I've done all right.
You've done very well, yeah.
Yeah.
You're certainly successful.
Yeah,
Now, as all the other competitors know, a lot of people watching might not know, 2024, I designed a new point scoring system.
yeah,
The purpose being is that people wouldn't score maximum points on every event, because it would become difficult to judge who's the better driver, who's won the championship. And I think across the board that's worked pretty well. We've seen some, as you're going to, but we haven't seen full flows of maximum scores, apart from yours, that is, Andy,
yeah,
where we're marked on the best 9 events. You had 9 maximum scores of 21, and then you go into drop scores where you had a further 4
yeah.
scores of 21 and a 5th score of 20.98.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
I believe some other high scores as well, to be honest.
yeah. I think Gerston. It was a new event, so that was only a possible 19 points there, wasn't it?
19.5, 19 rather, yeah.
So
On the Saturday.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's
So
right, yeah.
yeah, pretty
And
successful.
19 would be regarded as a pretty good score, by
Yeah.
most people's cards.
Yeah,
So it's a Honda Civic was the car of choice.
it was.
So front wheel drive's obviously your thing.
Well, seems to be. Yeah, I've not been let loose in a rear wheel drive yet. Maybe it'll come in the future.
Maybe
Who knows?
it will, yeah. But like with the success that you had it right from the start, from the first event, to be fair, didn't you?
Yeah,
You weren't a late blossomer in the championship from the moment go.
yeah. We did quite a bit of work to the car last winter. Me and Phil did. My brother, he shares the car with me.
So you double drive.
Double drive, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done the majority of events this year. Phil's done a few as well. He's also pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did. So obviously we did had a bit of a go at it last year. Got the feel for it. Thought maybe there's a few bits we could change through the winter to make it a bit more competitive, less of a boat.
That's what about.
Yeah. So yeah, I think like the changes we made were pretty good.
You made wise decisions when it comes to setup and
The car was quite hard to drive last year with it being on just standard suspension and stuff. It was hard to drive fast then. It wasn't hard to drive because they're generally pretty quick straight out of the box, aren't they? It's that's
But
what
in saying that, like we should have said really, the class that you were in, is a road legal class.
Road going class.
So you couldn't use slicks.
No.
So you could use better tyres, but they had to be E-marked like
E-marked
road legal
tyres.
tyres.
Yeah.
So it's a modified, what used to be called the modified road going class.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the most competitive classes within the championship this year.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
It certainly was, yeah.
Like some events was probably 25 cars, I think, in the class. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, which is...
and within the championship, you had some real quick competitors to compete against.
Yeah.
You had Duncan and Josh, just to name two.
Yeah, that's right.
And Hugh.
Yeah, the Elliots.
Yeah.
All really quick guys. Andy Feekins as well, obviously. He's...
Of course, yeah. Yeah, the list is so long.
Yeah, it is a real big list.
So to have done well with the classes being so big, if you'd have just done well within your class, that would have been like a huge achievement, really.
Yeah, it would have.
But to do the best not only in the class, but in a field of 65, which is 65 total in the championship this year.
Yeah.
That really is special, mate. So
well, it's a massive achievement. Yeah. Probably still hasn't properly sunk in how well I've actually done. To be honest, I don't quite know how to how to feel about it. I feel great, obviously, but yeah, perhaps it's perhaps a bit more of a bigger thing than I'm taking it as, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not only have you won the championship, but you've also won the Alan Morgan Trophy.
Yes.
And that is given for the best scores scored on Welsh events. When I say Welsh events, I don't mean the Welsh Championship events, because we go across Wales, Midlands and South. I mean on events solely just in Wales.
Yeah.
And that's a real special trophy as well. Lloyd Betterson had that last year, and now obviously it's coming to you. But Alan Morgan was the gentleman that started the Welsh Championship back in the early 70s. So it really is a special...
Well, it's an honour to be awarded it, and you know, to follow on from Lloyd last year as well, who's a brilliant driver too. You know, it is an honour to have that as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm certainly grateful when you run a championship, and it was my first year running the championship, so it's two firsts for us both this year from different aspects in the sport.
Yeah.
It really is something special. You want somebody that is going to win the championship to be deserving of it. You know, somebody that stands up above the crowd.
Yeah.
And you certainly did that. I'd seen it myself, but on videos from your in-car videos, which we're going to show some during this interview. We'll put some of your best in, or what I think is your best in-car videos, right? But one that really struck me was when I was stood with your other half, actually, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching you at Layton. You'd got into the runoffs.
Yeah. And
there must have been, slight exaggeration, but about ½ inch of water on the hill climb itself.
Yeah,
I was stood up from the triangle.
It did turn really bad.
It was
just
torrential,
in time for the runoff.
It really was torrential.
Yeah.
And I watched you come round, I can't remember what it's called. Loggerhead, come down towards Triangle, through, and then back out. And that was super impressive, it really was.
Yeah, it was a good run. Huge confidence in the car though, which is a big help. Like, you know, I've driven it a lot this year, and it seemed to stick. It's really, like, unbelievably really. I think I was only 3.5 or 4 seconds off my dry time on that day. Like,
I think you were probably a bit quicker in the wet than most people had been in the dry, to be honest with you. It was.
I think I ended it
properly quick.
Just over 64 seconds, I think, on a wet track, which, that was good. And to win that runoff as well was another one. Got me sticker. We runoff top 10 sticker.
Excellent, mate. That's brilliant. Yeah.
that was good. Yeah, there's been a couple of good runs this year, really good, like that felt incredible, you know. 2 Pembrey events. The first one, obviously, this year I ended last year at Pembrey, and then going back to Pembrey this year then with the changes that we'd made to the car. It was night and day really, you know. I think it was 8 seconds quicker on the Saturday and 7 on the Sunday, from last year.
That's a huge chunk of time.
Massive difference, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously gained confidence driving as well. Learned a bit how to drive the car. But then to go back to Pembrey then in September and knock another 2.5 seconds off that time it was unbelievable. Like I didn't.
Well,
didn't
you
expect
normally
that.
when you improve, you can improve whether it be you improve your driving skill or the car.
Yeah.
You take a chunk of time, and then you sort of hit a barrier,
Plateau,
then, don't you?
like, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you can't quite get back. So to get another 2.5 seconds is that's a great deal of time, isn't it? To take
Yeah, for
off.
sure. And again, back to Layton, there's an elusive 60-second barrier to overcome.
Yeah.
Managed to beat that, got in the 59s. Well, I don't know when it was, back in August I think. And I think I've plateaued there really with that car in that class. We just couldn't improve on it. I think I did a 59, 54, 59, 45, one of them. And
It was what I would call a low 59.
Yeah, low 59, yeah. So that was pretty special to do that as well.
I know how difficult that is because I went there while you were there on the weekend. You were advising me on how to do it. But bear in mind I'm in the modified production class, so we got similar power, but I'm pretty sure my car's lighter than yours. In fact, I know it is.
Yeah.
Right? It's lighter than yours, and I'm running on full slicks.
Yes.
So I had no excuse really, but there we are.
You still got it though?
On the Saturday, I couldn't do it.
No.
On the Sunday, I was doing things like 60.1s and stuff. I just couldn't get that. And on the very final run,
That's right.
I think I did like a 59.91 or something like that. It
Yeah.
was just under 60.
Yeah.
And I had to really, really push and try to get that. So
Yeah.
I know how hard it is to get under 60. So to go up on E-Mark tyres and do a mid 59 or a low 59 is pretty incredible time, you know, especially
Yeah.
for that class. And the first full year of competing,
Yeah.
you know. So I think that really sets about the precedent of, you know, there's a reason why somebody can win a championship is through consistency.
100%.
You haven't pulled a one out like, oh, I did a good time here, I did one there, and the rest were average.
No.
If we were to go through the times, because how the scoring system works is you're chasing a target or a bogey time, which I know you know this, but for people watching,
Yeah, of course.
so you're getting 20 points if you meet that time.
Yeah.
If you beat it by more, you can score up to 21, which equates to 1 second.
Yeah.
After that, you're sort of losing that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're losing that score. Well, I've had a look at your times, and on most events, you were beating the target time by at least 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So it was blitzing every run. Normally, when I look at the scores and I analyse them for people, I can say, right, this girl or this lad who's competing, they excel on hills, or this one excels on sprints.
Yeah.
Maybe they prefer, because it's a different driving style.
Completely different. Yeah. It is.
Maybe they prefer one to the other. But I can't get that, I can't calculate that from your scores,
No.
because they're very much equal. And so, are you a hill man or are you a sprint man, or do you just not care and you just flat out everywhere?
Well, definitely flat out everywhere. Earlier on in the season, I'd have probably said I was 100% a hill person. Love Layton. Epping was unbelievable. Again, did that last year. But as the season's gone on, like really enjoyed Llandau, Pembrey. Anglesey is great. However, I didn't quite have the right car for that this time out.
You went up in a different car.
Went up in a different car for one reason or another. But still an amazing track. But yeah, I don't know. I just love driving.
Do you make
I
a
like-
conscious decision, you know, like when you're going to do a hill or you're going to do a sprint, do you make a conscious decision of, right, I'm gonna drive differently today, a different approach,
Not
or
in the
do you not
slightest.
think about it?
Not in the slightest. Yeah, no. It's just get in the car and drive to the surroundings. I guess, you know.
Right, okay.
That's how I feel. I don't notice anything in myself anyway about making a conscious.
Because some
decision.
people do, you see.
Yeah.
They think, right, I'm going to put myself into the sprint mode now,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
into the hill mode.
No, not that I know of anyway. It's just getting and know what the task is in front of you. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Get to the top as quick as you can.
No, I've noticed the other thing that I think can make or break somebody winning a championship, I've seen it over the years lots of times, is pressure, and especially towards the end of the season, you know, when things are a bit tight and, you know, between competitors, people feel under pressure.
Yeah.
Certainly when I get a lot of pressure on, I can't drive to my fullest.
Yeah. I get
Because
you.
the pressure gets to me. And I think an example of that was Layton. I was trying to get under 60. I was trying so hard
Yeah,
that
definitely.
I wasn't driving my best because I was putting too much pressure on.
Yeah.
I think when I'd given up, I thought, right, I can't do it. You know what I mean?
You relax.
I relaxed,
Yeah.
and I thought I'm just going to go as flat as I can and enjoy the last run, and it comes together.
Yeah, 100%. No, I think like 2023 just starting out, really, like I know I'm probably an aggressive driver, but I was aggressive and tense, which was quite a bad combination.
Right, okay.
And it was actually something Mary Mary Elliott said to me at this quite
Right.
early on in this year, and she was like, just drop your shoulders. Like,
I know what you mean.
like
Yeah.
drop them down, because I was driving like tensed,
Yeah.
and I think it made a heck of a big difference, you know. So thanks, Mary.
Do you know what? I said I wanted to try and get to the root of your success
Yeah.
while we interviewed you,
Yeah.
and it's Mary.
Yeah, that's it.
So well done, Mary.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I
But
think
it definitely made a
I think
big...
there's a certain chap who also drives in the championship that she might be married to is probably thinking, why didn't you give me the same advice?
right.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, you.
Unlucky, mate. Yeah.
No, but it definitely made a big difference, like, without a shadow of a doubt. And it's like driving from under the steering wheel rather than over it as well.
Yeah.
Big difference. I was probably doing that even at the start of this season, you know, like just trying to force the car as opposed to let the car drive.
Letting it
you know,
flow.
letting the car
something,
flow.
yeah.
It was a quite big driving style change anyway this year, with a diff going into it as well.
Right, okay, yeah.
Which I think has suited my type of driving as well. The diff has is because it's
I
aggressive.
tell you what's going to suit you is what I was going to come on to next, which is your plans for next year.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got a bit excited then.
Yeah,
I started to think about tyres.
Yeah,
So you're going into modified production,
yeah, gonna
Next
step
year.
across into modified production class for next year. So
which is my chosen class. I love mod prod.
yeah, so again, would be brilliant competition. Got Paul, Tony Feekins, and Billy Baxter, and should be good. I think Andy Feekins is coming across as well to it.
That's
So
going to be fantastic.
yeah, it's gonna be
Now,
good.
I'm pretty sure I'm correct in saying, I'm going to say pretty sure in case I'm not, right? And people will watch and say, no, what about so-and-so, what about so-and-so? But this year, 2024, the modified or mod prod class 3B, so it's 1400 to 2 litre.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that with it having 12 competitors, is the largest mod prod class in the UK.
is that right? Yeah.
I believe it is. I
Brilliant.
can't find another championship with that many. Most of the championships for mod prod, they tend to have 3 or 4 cars. They don't tend to have such big classes as the
Yeah,
road
yeah.
going classes. But in the Welsh Championship, in the Fairfield Mtr Company, you know, in our championship,
Yeah.
there was 12 cars this year in the championship,
Yeah, it's
and
brilliant.
some real serious competitors.
Oh, 100%. Like
and and so with yourself coming in,
yeah.
and
Andy.
Andy coming in as well,
I think so. Yeah.
should be nice.
Yeah.
You know,
Another 2.
and so
Mix it up a little bit.
yeah, and we're going to see father and son then in the same class, which would be good because Tony. Tony's already in Mod Pro,
Yeah,
of
that's
course
it.
Andy's down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be a real.
No, it should be interesting.
You said about the diff suiting your driving style.
Yeah.
What would really suit your driving style are slicks.
Yeah.
Because if you pussyfoot with slicks, they don't like it. You know,
No,
you
no.
have to trust in them and really attack on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to be afraid to attack on them.
No, I don't think so.
So I think you'll be super impressed when you have a crack on the difference between slicks and road legal tyres is massive.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
No, I'm looking forward to having a go. I could. Well, we've got quite a bit of work to do for through the winter now to rebuild the car. It's going into another shell. Yeah, for one reason or another, that is as well.
Right, yeah.
A little incident, but there we go. So yeah, we got our work cut out. We've got everything in place now anyway, so hopefully we'll make a start at the end of this week now, because Phil's off as well. So
And will Phil be joining you in Mod Prod and double driving again?
yeah, Phil will be double driving again next year. Hopefully try and get a few more in next year.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah.
Because you've treated it this year very much, I know you're competing against one another because you're double driving, but you've treated it very much as a Layton team then, if you like.
Oh,
haven't you?
100%, yeah. You know, Phil's Phil's got his garage, does all the work, he's awesome. Nothing's too much of a bother most of the time. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we're both
This
really,
is your opportunity, as he's looked after the car for you this year
yeah.
and given you, you've got to give him some of the credit
Oh,
for the
100%,
success in
like,
maintaining
without
the
a doubt,
car.
yeah.
This is your opportunity to plug his garage, I would have thought,
Yeah,
Andy.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's Pemsby Dubs Limited in Pembroke Dock. Yeah,
There we are.
yeah.
Because he would have been messaging me, why didn't you why didn't you tell him to plug me while he was on?
Yeah, true enough.
So road going this year, modified next year.
Yeah,
Think you can win the championship again next year? I know it's a big ask.
it's a big ask. I'm definitely going to give it a go, for sure. It'll be quite an achievement to do it across 2 classes in 2 years. I think. It'd be good to have a go at it. I don't know what the target times are for next year. I need to have a look at them.
Yeah, well, I'll be issuing them soon.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And well, this week I'll be putting out the provisional calendar.
Yeah,
Now I have to say that it's provisional in case clubs alter things.
yeah,
but,
of course.
most have agreed,
Yeah,
so I can put out what they are, and of course I've got all the target times for each class and each event.
yeah, so
There might be a new event in there, you never know.
maybe so. Yeah,
But yeah, apart from that, there'll be target times, so
yeah.
you'll be able to
Good.
see exactly what they are.
See what I've got to.
So we'll see. But it's like we're talking in terms about winning the championship, winning the class. Our sport is very much about racing yourself, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
It's all about racing that clock.
Yeah,
That's
without
what it's
a
about,
doubt.
really,
Like
isn't it?
that's every time I sit in that car, my aim is to go quicker than the time that I did previously. Or,
Yeah.
Or the quickest time that I've done. At that place, and that's my first and foremost. That's what I like strive to do.
Yeah.
And then, obviously,
See, Lloyd said something similar. I think when we were in Anglesey, and we were chatting, and I can't remember how it come about, but he said he does look at what's going on in the classes. That's not a true statement,
Yeah,
but he looks more about how he's doing it himself,
yeah,
and he chases that time, his PB time,
yeah.
or if he hasn't been there before, he chases how he can get the best
Out of the car.
out of the car where
Yeah,
he is
for
at
sure.
that time, and the payback of that is he tends to win the class or be competitive in the class.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think sometimes perhaps we overthink it. Perhaps we should just aim, just
That's
go
right.
as fast as we can, basically, and
Yeah,
see
for
what
sure.
happens.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You are only competing against the clock because
Yeah.
although you're in a class, you're not actually racing them, are you?
No, that's right.
Which it's less pressurized as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it
As
is.
opposed
Yeah.
to other types of racing, but no, it's great fun.
No, that's brilliant because what I've always liked about this championship is that it's a mix of hill climbs and sprints.
Yeah,
And because I started in the Welsh Championship, I assumed that everything was like
Yeah.
that, but they're not.
No,
They tend to be either hill climb championships or sprint championships.
yeah,
And because I enjoy both, I thought, well, if I was only doing hills, I'd miss the sprints. Because
Yeah,
I
for
have
sure.
done a couple of seasons where I've only done hills.
yeah,
I've never done a season of just sprints.
no,
But I have done a couple of seasons of just hills, and I've missed doing the sprints. And so
yeah.
I
no,
think it's a great combination.
It is a great combination. It is, and and you generally get to have another go during the season as well.
Yeah.
A lot of the events, are
yeah, I tried to go back to the same place
Yeah.
twice.
which
you know.
which is good because if you feel like you've left anything on the table, when you're before,
I know what you mean.
you get to go back.
There's a
and,
bit of time there.
yeah,
you can go
get
back
to go
and-
back and have another go, and it's also a good way of seeing how you've developed through the year.
Yeah.
Or how the car's developed through the year, or anything like that.
Or
isn't it?
you've declined in some
Yeah,
people's cases.
exactly.
Yeah.
But no, it's a great championship, and I'm so glad that I message you on New Year's Day, annoyed you on New Year's Day to say
didn't
that I
annoy
wanted
me at all.
to say that I was going to enter.
I was sat over the Christmas period, the New Year, thinking, I hope people enter the championship. I never dreamt that we'd have such a big field.
Oh,
it's
amazing, amazing. You know, and it's just everyone involved are just so helpful, so friendly. You know, I've met friends for life. You know, just even over just the last year, and you know, everyone's just really great. You know, like
as corny as it sounds, and I appreciate that it does sound really corny, but it is more than a championship. It is a community.
Oh, 100% it is, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
But it's not a cult.
That's right.
That's what we say. It's not a cult. Dave Mockford likes to say that it's a commune.
It does, yeah.
But it's not. It's a community.
That's it. No, but like everyone's just is super helpful, and you know, like Dave Mockford's been picking stuff up for me down from by him last week, and you know, everyone just helps out. And
you've been collecting parts for me to go and
I've been running about, doing a bit of running about for Paul as well, and but you know, that's just how it goes, and it's just fantastic, and you know,
what I like about it is the competition begins when the light turns green.
Yeah.
There's no paddock politics.
No, there's not. No, not at all.
You know, it's one group, everyone's together, and then
doubt.
the racing is on the track, on the hill, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's no bad feeling anywhere in the paddock ever. It's just like you can go and speak to anybody, someone you've never even spoke to, and they'll give you the time of day. Like you just don't get that anywhere else.
No, that's right.
Without a doubt, you know, it's great.
One person that I'd like to mention, I know this interview is all about our new champion and about you, but I'd like to put a big shout out to Duncan.
Yeah.
And the reason being is Duncan was doing well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was good competition for you,
Brilliant,
wasn't he?
yeah.
And then he had a little mishap, we'll call it a mishap.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So he had his little mishap, and you know, while he was having his car repaired, or he was in the process of repairing the car, or he wasn't out, he was still coming to events
and supporting,
and just to support other people, and that was a real example of that community spirit.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy.
You know, what a fantastic guy.
Yeah,
you know,
100%. Yeah.
And he was certainly a big encouragement to me.
And me.
When he was out at Layton and I was trying to get under that 60 and it was doing my head in. Yeah. One of the first, I saw you at the top of the hill because we were competing.
That's right.
But you know, it was a bit of an emotional moment.
That's right. That's right.
But I always remember I didn't know Duncan was there.
Yeah.
And I was in the paddock, and one of the first people to come up, shake my hand, apart from yourself at the top, to congratulate me, was Duncan.
Yeah.
And it was completely unexpected because I didn't know he was at the venue.
No, that's right.
And so, and he's been out on other occasions as well, come out to support. So yeah, what a great lad.
Yeah,
you know.
And great to see him back out in Kerborough as well the
other
weekend.
Yeah.
Setting some good times again, so that's good.
Really. He is, yeah, he always does mind, doesn't he, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
You know. So, there's so many people in the championship, it's really hard to put your finger on it and say, that's the girl or that's the boy to watch next year, or it could be
it's wide open.
One of 40, couldn't it?
Yeah,
it really could.
Wide open, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, and like 0.1 of a second is nothing, but it's so much, like, isn't it?
It is.
Like that's literally the difference between a lot of people, isn't it?
Well, I don't know what it's like with you, but sometimes you can feel that, can't you?
Yeah.
On a hill, especially
100%.
on a hill, you think, oh no, I didn't do very well there. And you're only like 0.2 or 0.3 off what it was.
That's right.
What it should have been.
Yeah. It is very strange. Like it's
a very finite thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
You can get to the top of the hill and think that's the best run you've ever done. You'd be a second slower, and you're like, how the heck has that happened?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Which is that's the difference between, like, I feel like there's a massive adrenaline buzz when you finish a hill climb over a sprint. I don't get the same feeling from a sprint to a hill climb.
I see.
At the top.
Okay.
And whether it's to do with the width of the road that we're driving on, I don't know, but like I can get to the top of the hill and I'll know I'm shaking. But after a sprint, I don't get that feeling. I'm not saying I haven't enjoyed it, but I just don't get that same adrenaline rush.
I think with a sprint for myself, sometimes you have too much time to overthink it.
Yeah. Maybe.
I know that should make it be better, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
But you kind of get, like for me, you can get the fear factor can settle because the straight is so long.
Yeah, that's
that
it.
You're consciously thinking, I'm flying, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Where am I going to brake? Where am I going to
Yeah.
turn in? Whereas with a hill climb, you're flat and you can't, you've got to react, haven't you? It's more reaction.
Like half a metre on a sprint compared to a hill offline is, it could be catastrophic on a hill.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which is,
and it would
like
be
I
the
found out.
difference between first and fourth in class or something.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
100%, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the struggle we come up against within the sport compared to other motorsport disciplines is our seat time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like it's not much seat time on the day, does it?
No, definitely not. Like
And
I'm exhausted at the end of the day.
And me, yeah.
I've driven 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which is madness. But
It is,
like
yeah.
it's the high rush of adrenaline, I think, and then
Yeah.
then it wearing off, and
I think
just
it's
takes
because
it
it's
out,
so
yeah.
precise.
yeah.
It's almost like
60
everything
seconds,
slows down.
That
doesn't it?
60-second of concentration is like it sucks the life out of you, like, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
You can almost hear your heartbeat as well,
That's right.
can't you, as you go in.
Yeah, as mental
Quite
as that sounds,
incredible
it's
thing.
true. Yeah, it is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, no one probably gets it too much, but
So we're really fortunate that John Morgan, who's the proprietor of Fairfield Mtr Co,
yeah,
he's agreed to sponsor us
yeah.
for a second year.
Oh, awesome.
And of course the championship is run by the Welsh Association of Motor Clubs.
Yeah,
We should really put that out there during the interview.
yeah. That's
That
important.
they run the championship, and I know from the meetings that we've had recently they're really pleased with what we're doing and how the championship's going, and very proud of their new champion, as they are
Excellent.
of their old champions as well.
Yeah,
But Andy, you've joined a list of high calibre people that have won the SO Cup. The SO Cup being, I know you haven't been presented it yet, you won't be till January. The SO Cup is the cup that you've won.
yeah, lovely.
All right, and the Alan Morgan Trophy for the best results in Wales, as well as all your events on the events themselves. The cups on the events that you've competed as well.
Yeah, got a few of them now.
You've got a few.
Lucy's getting well annoyed with the
I bet she is.
shelf space getting
Cleaning
used up.
dust off and stuff. Yeah. One with closed doors you need. I learned that.
Yeah,
You've got to have one with closed doors.
that's it.
Well, Andy, I wish you the best of British or the best of Welsh
That's it.
for next year.
Thank you very much.
Um,
Look forward to it massively.
I'm pretty sure you're going to do well.
Oh well,
Whether,
we'll have
we
a
win
damn
the
good
whether
game.
you win the championship again, we shall see.
We shall see.
But thanks for speaking to us.
No, thanks.
Thanks
you.
for choosing the Welsh Championship to be the one to compete in.
Yeah, 100%.
And all the best for next year.
Great stuff.
And congratulations, mate.
Thanks, Paul.
Well deserved.
Thank you
well
very much.
done. Cheers.
Good man.